So I have something that I want to explore with you. Recently, we had this idea that we want to be able to develop tools quickly and iteratively, tools in the LLM sense, because tools are what drives interaction with your system. It gives the AI a way to interact with whatever it is that you're working with, in this case, Glamorous Toolkit. And so we already have tool interaction. I just verified this works. It works um, with the assistance API here. I'm just going to copy paste this tool because this is the tool that I want to work with. It's going to look up things from the local Lepeter database. And so this is a capability that I want, but ideally I want to be able to add this as I go. And so I'm going to verify that that actually works before we proceed. I have a hunch that it works with the response provider, but not with the assistance provider. The assistance provider uses an older API from OpenAI that is very stateful. That means I have to define a bunch of things beforehand, including what tools it uses. Whereas the response provider is inherently stateless. I send it all the instructions and all the messages and everything on the fly, and so I can send it stuff and it can respond, and everything is live, and I keep all the state, and I don't have to synchronize with the server. So that is why I have a hunch that this might work with this provider, with any provider that's stateless. I think that is most of them that we have. The Anthropic one is, I believe, in the basic OpenAI one that's just chat requests is, and the Olama one is as well. So the only one that doesn't work with this is actually the assistance provider, which used to be the most capable one, but now it's superseded the response provider. So I'm gonna ask it first. So I made a provider and then I added it to a chat, and so I have a chat here, and I'm gonna ask it, can you access my documentation? And hopefully it can't. It would be unsettling if it could, because I haven't given it the capabilities to. Who knows? Maybe I'm discovering AGI right here. Hopefully not. Right. So I'm gonna add the tool now because it told me it can't. And I'm going to try again. I'm going to ask it, let me actually verify that it now has access to a tool. It does. Very good, very good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to verify that it can actually do stuff with that tool. I've given you access to a tool that gives you access to my documentation. The prose is not the best. I'm thinking out loud here. Can you tell me about GT4LM using that tool? I want to be specific so that it understands what I want it to do right now, just because I want it to verify it can use that tool. Amazing. I already used the tool, and it gave me an answer what GT4LM does. So that's amazing. So now I can use this actually to define another tool. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to take this and look up, what are we going to look up? This is now, you know what? I'm just going to tell it to class name. Looks up a class by name and returns its documentation. So what I'm going to do here, I've already written this tool before. I just want to make sure that I don't do something that I can't do right now, and this will kind of spoil the demo. But or it isn't a demo, it's an exploration, because I have no idea what I'm doing. But what we're gonna do here is we're gonna look up a class. So we get this argument because it's one argument only. We can just say any argument, and we're gonna say as class, and I think it's as class. Is it if present Does it have if present, if absent? Maybe not. So what we're going to do is if absent nil, nil, right? And then if nil, then no class found. And if not nil, so this is very weird editing that I'm doing right now. If not nil, then we have a class here, class, and I don't know where the comment was coming from. Is that in a class definition? So let's do some live programming, right? I always look up the documentation for GT4LM. I think I do the same thing. Yeah, I do the same thing here. So this is a very, very old demo that I'm doing every time, looking up GT4LM documentation just to see that the tools work. But now we're doing something else, right? Now we're looking up the class. And so what do I want to do? I self class, right? And then in here, I don't think it, does it have a comment? Yeah. Yeah, this is the default comment. Can I get not the default comment? Okay, self instance style organization class comment. So I want to make sure that it's actually blank if the class comment is blank, because this default comment is not helpful. I've never found it really helpful. But that's just me. Okay, so now I define this tool and I add it to the provider, and I'm gonna ask it, can you tell me about the point class? You should be able to look it up using your tools. Let's see whether it goes actually to the documentation pages or whether it looks up the class. It should be able to do both. Right, it used the right tool. Amazing, because that's the class comment. Right, amazing, cool. So I'm really stoked. This is not highlighted. This is highlighted. This is not highlighted because we don't know what the tool outputs. It could be any sort of format, so we don't highlight anything. We just give this output. But here you have some highlighting. I wonder what happens. Yeah, this does not actually work. Why does this not actually work? No idea why this code doesn't work. That's because it actually doesn't. This is not correct code. Should be a period here. Okay, so the class comment is not super helpful, but we can do stuff, right? What can we do? We can iteratively develop tools, and we can just add them to an existing chat and providers as we go. And I think that's super helpful, and I think that that's something that makes writing tools much easier, and it is something that is, yeah, demonstrating how useful liveness is, right? So that's all I have. This was fun. Have a nice day.